Hi everybody, Macgyver Sharon. Yep, working on solar. So let me show you what I got here. I have my Macgyver Sharon height adjusting brackets. Right? Dun, dun, dun. Alright, let me bring you around the other side. I'm gonna turn you around, it'll be a lot easier that way. Hold on. So that's what I've come up with. I was going to use these, but drilling these out at this thickness, you just can't get very accurate. So I took some of the aluminum and stainless steel scraps from the machine shop next door to the place where I'm working for another few weeks. And this is what I've come up with. This is drilled into the side. The side that needs to be raised up or lowered. And you can level it a little that way, but mostly up and down because it's 3/4 inch lower on the edge than from the center. This bracket will be sitting on the center in fixed position. Both sides. Both here and there. And yeah, this is the beat up old solar panel. And then on the outside, this edge right there that goes back and forth. After I get that side secured, mostly, once I get both of these up, one here and one here, then I can get my precision tool, actually a bubble level, and then I can raise and lower the solar panel about 1/4 inch or 1/2 inch. So that's how it works. It can either be all the way down the mounting plate. Oops. Would be like this. It's upside down, so the shell is here. So I'm raising the bracket up and down. The solar panel has a fixed position right there. And of course I'll be shaving this off to reach the very, very edge so that there's not even a tiny bit of shadow coming down. And this way I will be able to level the solar panel like this to be completely flat. So that's where I'm at. Then I got to work on the one that's going to go across the back. I think it's going to be easier because I can just most likely put fixed brackets because it's 3/4 inch lower on that side and 3/4 inch lower on that side from the center, and it's going to be going across. So I might put just a tiny little slot. But so there it is, the Macgyver Sharon homemade leveling solar bracket. Still not sure if I'm going to put rails on it as well. I'm thinking no. I think I'm just going to go with these black heavy duty brackets and a base panel like so, and got these black 5/16 bolts and washers because they resist the weather better. Okay, so that's the update for now. I'm temporarily putting it in. Got to drill the other side. I'm going to set it up there. I'm going to drive to more level ground. You see I got the safety cone out there. I'm in a cul-de-sac at my friend's house. Yes, the usual suspect. Alright, so I'll put some more info in here after I get this part done. Once I figure out it works, it gets all leveled and it'll work, then it's got to come back down. This has to be trimmed. And then I need to Loctite the screws, even though I do have kept nuts on the back. I like the extra safety measure. And this is only going to be sitting on the inside anyway, just this high up off. So this could be very low wind problems. Alrighty, I'll check back in a bit. See ya! Hi, Macgyver Sharon, adding a little snippet here. So I'm going to go with these brackets on the inside I'll piece this all together later, but I'm going to try to use the original holes on the shell, but for more support, because these are so narrow, I'm going to drill holes. I got some sheet metal scrap from next door, so I'm going to drill holes and kind of use that as the big washer, so that even though this part is connected to the shell, I think this will give it a bit more security with the oomph and the wind. It's like having a big giant washer. So I'm going to drill a hole here and a hole there, and this is going to be my big fat giant washer underneath. This will be the shell, this will be the extra, I don't know, I just think more space will make it more secure. I'm going to try to do that on all 4 spots on the first panel that's overhanging. Alright, so just tidbits. I'm doing this bits at a time in between working. I gave a 6-week notice at the job that I was working, and so I got to get this stuff together. Okay, see y'all in a bit. So these pieces of scrap metal, what I did was I cut them up and I grinded down the sides, and now I'm drilling the holes in them. And make sure, if you're going to do this, that you clamp this thing down, because if you're trying to hold it with your hand and it starts spinning, you're going to slice the finger off. I mean, it's not sharp, but that drill gets it spinning quick. And also, when I said it's going to be the clamp, and then the metal thing, and then the shell, there will be butyl tape underneath this entire support washer here. So don't forget the butyl tape. And then when it's all said and done, then we're going to squeeze in some of that die-core. But this is just the prep work. Make sure safety first. So when you're drilling, make sure that's secured down somehow. I don't have a vise because, well, I live in a truck. I don't have room. I got a clamp-on vise, but it's too small. So I'm using these wood clamps, actually. I clamped it on a block of wood, holding it down. So, food for thought. Don't let that metal thing start spinning when you're trying to drill holes in it. 5/16 holes in it. Alrighty then. Forward march. Alrighty, Macgyver Sharon back. I got the first panel set up. Look. So that's front to back. Here's the Macgyver Sharon adjustable solar clamps. Loosening these with these slots levels it this way and this way. This will be the plate, and I've got the super thin plate pretending to be the butyl tape. Same on the front. There's the old holes. I haven't drilled holes yet. Same on the front. This will be the metal plate. I have the black thing here. This is representing the butyl tape thickness. The slots to adjust the up and down. And let's look at, so this is the height because it's lower on this side. Let's look at, look at that. It's completely flat. All right. Now, let's go around and look at it from the front. Hold on a minute. Okay, looking at it from the front, I am sitting on my knees on top of my truck cab. So, I can make some minor adjustments once I get the brackets screwed down. I have more space in between here. The Macgyver vent fan, although I might figure out a way just to move this a little closer because my clamps will be pretty close to the edge. I don't know, I gotta look at the inside and see how that will be to drill. I can always change these so those big long clamps go over here. But look at that. So the Macgyver Sharon adjustable solar clamp works for leveling front and back, sideways. But anyway, you saw last time how high my solar panel was. And although it looks like it's high on this side, it's not. Because you see how my roof slopes. It's actually that close. See? My finger. That's the arthritis finger. Let's do the pinky. See how much space? Not much space at all. I think it's gonna work. I might move it over a tiny bit, but this is just panel 1. Isn't it pretty? Panel 1. I'm hoping that the next panel will be easier because it's just gonna go from here across there to make an L. And I might put a little center support. Might use that those holes already I have there and just put a bar between, and then one bracket on the end and one bracket on the end of the same height. I don't think I'll need to do the Macgyver Sharon leveling brackets on those because it's an even height difference from lower here and lower there. I'm so excited, finally. I still have to take the brackets down. I have to trim that to be level. I got to file them down, and I'm thinking of painting them black. Making them look pretty because I don't want them to look like those other ones where I got those extra holes, and I got to figure out how to fix that. Right there is at an angle. It was drilled in there sideways. But one thing at a time. I got to get my solar, my little silly goal zeros running pretty freaking low. All right. Progress. Alright, I'm just going to throw this in as an update of my progress and my success. So, just want to say, peace, love, and understanding, everybody. Y'all take care of each other out there.